Well, what a belter of a renewal we've got for the Gold Cup this year. It is such a deep race, and you're bringing lots of these different threads. You've got Zoey, who is like the new kid on the block. He's had a really meteoric rise this season. You've got Presenting Percy, who's shrouded in mystery, as is his connections. We've hardly seen him. Willie Mullins has got a strong hand this year. Obviously, Paul Nicholls, we've said Zoey. He's on an absolute roll this season. So lots to really weigh up and think about for this race. It's going to be brilliant.
I wasn't convinced of Zoey just beating Thistlecrack in the King George, but then he went to Ascot and he just looks, how good is he? I mean, he's just got some engine. Whether he's good enough, 3 1/4, if the ground comes up soft.
The trip is the question.
Well, that's it. And, you know, it takes a slugger and he's got pace. So for that reason, I'm wary. There's not a chance on planet Earth that they wouldn't have run Presenting Percy over fences if they hadn't had a hold up. We'll never know, but it just doesn't ring true. There must have been a hold up with him.
There has to, and the fact that they've had a sort of savour with talking about hurdle races all this season. It's like,
yeah, I just don't know. The safest bet in the race is, of course, last year's winner. He's run to a consistent level this season without really, for me, sparkling.
Why have people been knocking it? I mean, the end game is the Gold Cup. He's hoping to retain his crown. So Colin Tizard is training him for that race.
I think the reason that people are knocking him is that it's very hard when you run like him. He puts everything into his races. We've seen what it does to horses at Gold Cup. And for that reason, whether it's left his mark on him, we won't know till Friday afternoon. But, I think he's the safest bet in the race. My selection for the race is going to be Kemboy, because for the simple reason that we don't know that much about him. I think there's still more improvement to come from him. He was very impressive last time. I will just mention that it was under a very good ride. So whether that was a false reading that I got of him, but he's
a strong bridle horse, isn't he?
He is.
He's quite economical over his fences. Like he's quite. Yeah, but I just, Paul Townend has said in the past, he's got his own way of doing it, which just worries me a ton.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but we don't know how good he is, and they've kept him fresh as well for the race. So I just think that they're sensing this could be a Gold Cup.
Willie Mullins will win the race, but not with Kemboy. It will be with Bell's Hill.
Do you think?
They are very keen on this. They've always held this horse in high regard. He is finally come of age and really versatile as far as the ground's concerned. Just look at him in the Irish Gold Cup last time. Obviously, before that, he ran on his seasonal reappearance in behind Kemboy in that Savills chase. And I really fancy him strongly. So Bell's Hill it is for me.
I'm not changing my mind. Kemboy for me.